All right, thank you so much once again for watching us at YPA TV this very day. I don't know where you are, but we are really excited. Whenever we know that you are there watching us, this is the channel where you're going to discover the genius in you. Did you know that you are a genius? We are here to help you discover that. Tonight, I'm having again a guest in the house, Mr. Obed Ben.
Yes.
You're most welcome.
Thank you so much.
Last time when I saw you, you were really excited, and today I see you are really excited once again. What's happening there?
Truth is, when you feel impact, I don't know what you do, I don't know how you survive, but if you do or work with something that does what is impactful, you always must be glittering in one way or the other. It is only after feeling useless that depression comes. It is only after feeling not important that depression comes. So rarely will you ever find me depressed, down deep in thoughts, maybe except if I'm meditating and it is always clear someone is maybe closed the eyes and has some finger held somehow and like legs crossed.
Yoga.
Exactly. So that is when you find me very quiet.
Mr. Obed Ben,
Yes.
First things first. Last time when I visited you from here, we talked about the genesis of Youth Platform Africa. But to my surprise, there are so many businesses out there that youth can do. Why, among all those avenues, you decided to invest in Got Farming?
First, I want to describe the way we see the word youth and its definition and the meaning to us as Youth Platform Africa. Youth is a person, not of age. Youth is he who wants to be better. That is the true definition of youth. I don't know how you take it. Maybe you
I
think
thought that youth is someone from 18 to maybe 45, around there.
No.
That means age is just a number.
No. Whoever is looking for development, I don't care whether it is financially or what, as long as you're seeking development, you are a youth. If you yearn for better, then you are a youth. There are some people at 18 or 25 you'll meet and they don't care about tomorrow. So I can't describe you as a youth. Never. I can't. I will always describe you as someone who is just young in age, but very old in mind. Because at 65 or at 85, what am I looking for? I've at least experienced everything. I've at least had fun the way I wanted. So I don't care about tomorrow. I'm actually waiting for the last moment.
But many youth out there, they think that God's farming is nothing, that they cannot make a fortune out of it.
Exactly.
What caused you to invest into God's farm, that a youth out there can also pick a leaf?
Let me tell you one thing. Whoever is watching YPA TV, you're doing a great job to watch, but that job would be greater if you understood what you're seeing or hearing. Let me tell you one thing. In life, we don't see things as they are. We see things as only as much as we can.
Say it again.
We don't see things the way they are. We only can see them as much as we can. So the scope of your understanding and vision determines how you see things. What have you filled in your mind? If you feel in your mind that you're a stupid person, you definitely must become one.
Because that's what you see.
Self-manipulation is the one factor that every rich person has employed. You manipulate yourself. I give you an example of Abedi Pele. He manipulated himself and added the word Pele, the name Pele, to his name. Pele was not his father's name. He coined it from the great Pele.
Then
He named himself Abedi Pele. And guess what? He did not become Abedi Pele. He became the iconic greatest footballer of all time in Ghana. He did not become
because
Pele.
that is what
He manipulated himself. Let me give you an example. We are in Uganda, we have Bobby Wine. You know him. I don't know wherever you are, but you must know him. He named himself His Excellence.
Before
He had even thought of engaging in politics.
he
Guess what?
manipulated himself.
Last year's election, is it last year or what? Last term's election, he became the best competitor of the president today. Let's say he did not become the president, but he became a honorable member of parliament. He became a presidential candidate, and that is written in history. Is it too far from what he was manipulating himself to become?
He almost
Exactly.
stepped in there.
Exactly. This is what we are talking about.
So you mean this is applicable to every human being?
I called myself His Majesty.
You called yourself.
My password to one of my very confidential places is His Majesty. To records of my personal confidential places. This is self-manipulation. It is not for anyone because it is a password. He is what?
His Majesty.
And right now, I'm creating an empire. Believe it or not,
You manipulated yourself into that.
my signature, whoever knows my signature, has the word HESO.
Meaning
HESO
what?
stands for the fact that I was also manipulating myself that I'm His Excellence, just like Bobby Wine. So I wrote His Excellence Sherira Obed, my official name. So let's say I have not become the president because that was not my point of view. But I'm the president of the little or small earners, small scale earners. So I'm His Majesty somehow, somewhere.
Now, Mr. Obedben, there's somebody who is watching us right now on YPA TV.
Yes, I'm going back to your question. I'm going to your question. So the question was, why
That's
goats?
interesting.
Why goats farming?
Before that, let us go back.
Yeah.
Because somebody's watching right now. What is that important thing in creating a manipulation on yourself? What does it create in somebody's subconscious mind?
One, it creates confidence.
Wow.
Because I'm His Majesty, it means I don't bow to anyone. You can't stand in my way. I'm His Majesty, remember? So you can't stand in my way. Whoever is in my way must give way, whether willing or not, because I'm His Majesty. Nothing can fail His Majesty.
You created that inside of
In
you
me,
and you
in
know it.
myself, I'm His Majesty, so I must make things work and I must get what I want the way I want it.
Money has to obey.
Exactly.
Material things has to obey.
Exactly.
Because you are His Majesty.
Exactly.
You give me also a name. Give me a name also to call myself.
No, that the good thing or the point about self-manipulation, you don't get it from anyone.
You have to.
You
get
have
it
to grow
inside.
it and you believe it that you are that thing.
You must believe it.
Are you together? I
There is
have
that concept that I've had. You must believe it.
yes. You must name it to yourself and believe it.
Because there is also a possibility that you name it but you don't believe it.
Let me tell you, I've been a fan of Bobby Wine for a long time. Not until when I became busy, that I don't have the time to
You no longer subscribe to any political party.
Exactly. And leave alone before I don't, of course, do politics. So that is where we agreed to disagree. So me, I'm not
And it's
into,
very okay.
yes, I'm not into politics, but the style of his doing from zero to great, actually, he motivated me to call myself His Excellency.
His Excellency.
Altogether. So I also once upon a time was thinking maybe I could become a musician or something like that.
Come on.
Yeah. Actually composed songs, a lot of them are full black book.
And they died in the black book.
Exactly, after changing my order of what I want to become, priorities, and I chose to take another path. This is how...
I know next time we shall go there and we discover whether the book is still there. But someone who is out there, the youth especially, I want them to
know
get, why they should also be interested in investing into...
No, I'm not trying to interest you. I'm trying to tell you what is really true about the goats.
That one thing.
Don't think about interest me. I'm not trying to interest you. No. This is not an entertainment show. This is an edutainment show. We are trying to...
You're talking about reality.
Reality. So the goats, in particular, in Uganda, we have what we call Kumbuzi.
I know there. Gayaza Road.
Gayaza Road. We have Muchisenyi Kumbuzi. We have... Kumbuzi means goat's point, where you can get the goat's meat. The point where you can get the goat's meat. So, I've never heard where they say Kunte. Kunkoko. We don't have such places. So what does it mean? It means a mbuzi is something, or a goat is very distinctive in nature. And in Uganda, we have not given it priority, despite the fact that it has a lot of gains and profits. Did you know that a goat can become very, very important in a way? One goat, not actually the breed, like we are selling the breed, but we are selling live weight. And we sell one goat at 2 million Ugandan shillings.
That takes how many years?
This takes maximum of 1 year.
Just 1 year?
1 year. This goat that was born today, the same day, same month, next year, it is worth 2 million shillings. This is after you have processed it, added value to it, and made sure you have the market, because the market is already here.
Oh my God, that's
we've always had the market is way greater than the demand is way greater than the supply.
Now, Mr. Obed Ben,
yes,
I know when we talk about God, this is your field.
Yeah.
If someone wants to meet you personally, where can they locate you?
Now, kanojja kasalamu tuprocessinge kuba tuludde mu byokwogera wakiri ziberenga 15 siteeka nti tulina kukola 10 naye omuntu ono amanyi lwaki mbuzi kuba ekibuuzo tekiddiddwamu
Programu enyuma
baja okay,
sure.
This goat is very profitable, and considering the cost of production, it is very easy to manage. The cost of production is very low and the profits are very high. And the factors that favor the smooth running of the project are already available. We don't have to fight the weather, just like people will do fighting snow, winter seasons, what, rain. We don't have too much rain, and we don't have too much drought. This is a factor that favors the project well. 2, we have plenty of land in Uganda, of which we don't have to own land. We can still, good enough, we have land as YPA, as Youth Platform Africa, but even if we didn't have land, we still would do goats. At least we would rent and make sure we pay these fees and work on the project. The goats are easy to manage. At least if I can give you a shape, let me tell you, Gone are the days where agriculture is done by the uneducated. Actually, the educated are the very people that should do the agriculture.
Yeah.
The agribusiness is the way to go. In total, if I do the budget, I take at least 100,000 per goat each year.
100,000.
The maximum it can ever go is 100,000 per goat each year.
That is
expenses.
Those are expenses.
The cost of production for one goat. Let's say I'm selling it at a very minimal cost. Let's say 600. That is 500
profit.
Net profit. Because the cost of production is what? It's 100,000. So if I have 10,000 goats times 500,000, how much money do I have?
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
So you Ugandans should wake up. This is free money, almost free money. Why hustle with carrying the sacks of soil, rather carrying the sacks of rice, maize, and what have you?
But most people say they want to do the goats farming, but they don't have land.
That is an excuse. For every failure, there is 1,000 excuses, and for every success, there is 1,000 reasons. So you can better choose the excuses and stay as you are, or get 1,000 reasons and do what you have to do.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. Thank you so much.
There is nothing like a disaster. There's nothing like a disaster if you choose what you want. If there is a will, there is always a way. There is nothing like a limitation. People say the sky is the limit, but let me tell you one thing. The sky isn't the limit. If you want to know this, try flying from one country to another. You will see you're above the clouds. So Uganda is what we are. If we choose to be better, Uganda will be better automatically. It's not about the government, it's not about the leaders, opinion leaders, or who. It is about you. Actually, it is not about you. It is about what you're going to do after here. Immediately, your next step determines the future of Uganda, determines the future of your grandchildren.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Obed Ben from Youth Platform Africa. That has been really insightful, because if you're out there, all the excuses will always be there. I didn't know this. He said for every failure, there's what?
1,000 excuses.
Why not 1 million?
It can be maybe 1 million excuses. But because they are lazy, they can't go more than 1,000 excuses.
That's been really interesting. So if you're out there, I think you can actually look out to Mr. Obed Ben on all his platforms. You will always find him and get these insights on how you can better yourself, because if you don't do it now, there is no any other time. You have heard it. He said if you are to do it, it calls for what you are going to do after here.
Yeah, the next step.
The next step.
Not your history.
Not your history.
No.
Maybe just briefly tell us about your offices, where one can find you if they want to know more information about it.
You can always find us as Youth Platform Africa at Rubaga Road at YPA building opposite Winners Chapel. That is for people in Kampala or who can access Kampala. Then for those who use Hoima Road, you can always locate us at YPA building, Nansana Nalovule stage near Trumpet Fuel Station. Or you can use the word Youth Platform Africa in any of our social media platforms, let's say Facebook, YouTube, or whatever. Then you can always type www.youthplatformafrica.com or call 0703 quadruple 034 0703 000 034 or 0752 53 240 650 0753 240 650. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a great night.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Obed Ben, for sparing us this precious time. God bless you so much. For those of you who have been watching us at YPA TV, thank you so very much. Always, I want to say thank you. You make us better. You make us really wonderful people. Continue subscribing, continue following up with us. We have more insightful information we want to share with you that is going to change your life. This is your season. Just change your attitude, not your altitude. Till next time, goodbye.